Gosh, another unboxing video so soon after the last one. It's like 2016 all over again. Anyway, I've been sent a package by my good friend Firefight from the DOS Game Club, who spotted that I have this, which is upside down on my shelf. Let me flip that over for you. It's Wing Commander Privateer, the big box version, as you can see. And, well, he said to me that he had a couple of other Wing Commander Privateer related things. So he sent me a nice parcel, which at one point had a solar system thing in it, which sounds amazing, but unfortunately that is not in here. What is in here? Let's have a look at this lot then. Some slightly crushed boxes, but that's fine. So what we got? I don't know what order these were released in, incidentally. Maybe we'll find out when we look around them. So first of all, we've got the Wing Commander Privateer Speech Pack. And this kind of makes sense because the original, I believe, yes, it's on 3.5-inch high density discs, which of course isn't really big enough to store voices and stuff like that. So a lot of games around this time would release the voices separately. I think one of the Ultima games did that, maybe Ultima 7. And I know Strife did as well. That had separate voices. And of course Wing Commander Privateer. We'll have a look inside the boxes in a second, but yes, this is just a speech pack. It's a bit rich, isn't it, that you had to pay separate for the speech pack. This cost 199 somethings. I don't know what this label signifies. It's orange, Targus. These are from Finland, so yeah, I'm not 100% sure about the culture over there, or the currency, or anything like that. So yeah, it's money. And we've also got Wing Commander Privateer Righteous Fire, which has the exact same cover art as the actual game, which is a bit poor. Nice logo though. A slightly smaller box than the actual game, but still, well, I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it, to have an expansion in a slightly smaller box. It's add-on content and all that, and of course the speech pack is even smaller still. So what we got here then? Righteous Fire. Yeah, it's just like a mission pack. 26 new missions, that's a lot of missions. And of course you need Privateer to play the game. Well, it's not really a game, is it? Yeah, there's not really much else to see on the back here. There's a sticker in French. I don't know what it says. For certain people, the utilisation of this game requires precautions that are listed in the manual, maybe? I don't know. I think I may have got the gist. Okay, so let's just shift that out of the way and take a look inside. So we've got some nice slip covers, which I always appreciate. And yeah, it is a little bit crushed, but you know, he's had these for a while, and well, I'm sure I can restore them. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. Like a, it's like a file, isn't it? Like a magazine rack or something. What we got? We got some documentation in French. Lots of French stuff. I'll just put this down for a second. I don't really know how to pronounce French. Avertissement de l'épilepsie? Something like that. Yeah, it's all in French. Wonder why. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure he told me that he got it. Well, he didn't tell me that he got it in France, so it's not like he bought a specifically French copy. Unless he did and he just didn't tell me. I don't know. To use the speech pack for Privateer, you must first have a Sound Blaster Pro Audio Spectrum 100% compatible digitized sound card installed in your computer. Install Privateer on your machine. If you are not installed Privateer, stop, and install the game before continuing with the speech pack installation. I mean, you'd have to be a bit daft, wouldn't you, if you were trying to install a thing for a game that you didn't have. Make sure you have at least 7 megs. They didn't believe in bytes, they just had megs. Of additional space available on the same drive on which the original Privateer game is installed. When was this released, actually? Let me just have a look. 93, okay. So 7 megs wouldn't have been a small amount particularly. But they were getting bigger all the time, hard drives. I think in a few years there would have been like 20 gigabytes, 40 gigabytes, so you know. They were getting bigger all the time. Yeah, it just tells you how to install it basically. Don't think we need to read that particularly. And of course there's the registration card, which evidently nobody ever filled out. Right, so what else we got in here then? I would assume discs of the floppy variety. And, well, this is interesting. I think you mentioned something about this. These are in very good nick. I like this little sleeve that they come in. 3 discs. One of which, I don't know if you can see that, one of which the high density little word mark thing is shiny. It's like a gold colour, and the rest of them are just printed on. That's an odd one, isn't it? Back of the discs are all the same. And it's not like it's a written disc because it's actually printed with the Privateer speech pack stuff on it. But there's a label in this one that says, warning, infected executable. Well, it did say infested executable, but it's been crossed out. So that's an interesting one. I wonder what that's in aid of. I mean, the problem here is that this one's not write protected, is it? Whereas the other ones are. So I think that may be why it's become infected. So maybe I'd have to be a bit careful with that one. Put these back in a little sleeve, which has actually fallen apart. Unfortunately, I can stick that back together though. That's not a prob. Right, so move this junk out of the way. And let's have a look at the other one. Unfortunately, there's no gatefolds here. Oh, crikey. I'm just going to check, actually. I don't think I've ever looked inside this box. And, yeah, that's just a normal 2-parter look. With the discs just lazily thrown around inside. In fact, there's no manual, so this is patently incomplete, this box. What a shame. Unless it's underneath? Nah. So that's not anything particularly exciting, is it? I mean, it is because it's Wing Commander, but you know what I mean. If I can ever get it closed again. But this one, once again, it's this funny magazine rack thing. Oh, we've got a printout of some description or just some sort of folded paper. We'll have a look at that in a sec. That looks important. Installation guide, once again, if I get it on camera, that might be better. Yeah, it's not going to be very exciting, is it? Interesting. Oh yeah, it says Privateer installed in your system. And only 4 megabytes for this. I'm guessing. I wonder if the speech pack actually includes speech for this as well, or if it's just for the base game. That's an interesting one. I would like to have a look at that last because that looks like it's got some handwritten stuff on it. This thing's fallen apart as well. Terrible. Shoddy workmanship. I know it's like 28 years old by now, but still, another English registration card this time. Bizarre. We got ourselves a discs printed the opposite way round. There's a lot of inconsistency going on here, isn't there? 1994! Okay, so this, I'm guessing it doesn't have speech then, because there's only 2 discs, and this is a year later, or the following year, from the speech pack. Oh, that's a bit poor, isn't it, as well? Unless they released a separate speech pack for that. Good grief. What a rabbit hole. And we've got, yes, this is definitely a printout of the Faris Quadrant. You can tell I've never played this game, can't you? And we've got lots of places and things, including... hang on, I'm just spotting all these places. There's New Constantinople, which is good. What else we got? Wow, these look like really nice places. Famine, death. Yeah, nice place for your holidays. And then just above them, New Caledonia. What? There's some other stuff in Midgard. Troy, that's good. But then, then down here I noticed we've got Manchester, which I just find incredible. It's a bit like Oxford there as well. It's a bit like the start of, what's it called, Freelancer. It starts you off in Leeds Station, and it's like, it's just bizarre, because Leeds is relatively local to me, so I know it's a big city, but it's weird to see it in games, you know. Anyway, that's an unboxing of that lot. I'll check the floppy disks when I've got a system up and running that I can actually check them on. Right, well I suppose we'd better test these disks at the behest of the person who sent them in, so better install old Privateer first. Make sure that's okay. Five of the beggars. That was no good noise. That's just been totally chewed up by my disk drive, so yeah, maybe we don't test this right away. Yikes. Well, since that floppy drive's knackered, can't exactly put them in there, but I do have this one that I use on my modern PC, so this should work just fine, if I can find somewhere to put it on this messy desk. Well, we can't install these now, but we may as well take a look at them and make sure they actually work. That'd be something. Oh yeah, I forgot how this opened up. So first of all, we've got the speech pack, and this is the one with the infected executable on it. So this should be fun. I'm about to destroy my computer. I have no security on here whatsoever, so this is going to go great. Drive beat, PK zip speech and speech. It's probably going to moan that Wing Commander isn't installed. Yeah, that's just not done a darn thing, has it? Oh, now the drive disk is not formatted correctly. Oh dear. This is not a happy disk, is it? Or is it? Oh no, now we've got speech.pack, fine, okay, sure. I suppose we need to find out if the other discs are okay then. Yeah, that's just another zip. I'm guessing it's a zip just split across 3 volumes. Which is how you do it on floppy disks, because they just ain't big enough. Can't open as an archive, probably because it's not a complete archive, but we can read it, and that probably means it's okay. Well, last one, can we read it? Yeah, I think we probably can. We've got Righteous Fire, which is the expansion pack, which has the same cover art as the actual game. Out comes the magazine holder. Okay. Disc 1. Yep, that looks to read okay. Let's just try running it for the sake of argument. Ah yes, look. So it does run. I mean, why not? Privateer is not installed. Okay. Well, it runs. End now, yes, shut up. So that means it's probably fine. I'd say that's a success. Well, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, because they're always a joy to make. And I'll see you for the next one. Now I've just got to find somewhere to put these damn things.